What's up, guys? So I have never really done a good walk around, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do mine now. So before I started the truck, I already had checked. I'm going to tell you what I've already done because I couldn't do it while it was taping. I've already checked the oil, and I've already kicked the driver's side drive wheels. And the reason is because after I do that, I jackknife it a little bit, and I'll show you why. I did in one of my last videos, but this is where I start. I get out of the driver's seat right here. I look at the def, obviously the def cap's on, fuel cap's on. It's pretty cruddy around there, but that's probably other people spilling it. I actually don't even have these little floodlights on. I'll turn them on so we can check them. Oh, I can reach it. So yeah, those are working. Those are LEDs. They just put them on. That light's working. Like I said, I already checked these lug nuts. The tires, I've kicked them. Next I come over, I always check my landing gear, which actually I'm going to bring it up all the way. Somebody didn't bring it up. There we go. Once I get that, now I got them froze up. There we go. I try to hang it in the hanger just so it's not swinging. Swinging back and forth, a little bolt there can wear out and the handle will fall off, and nobody's going to like that. So we actually have a marker light out. Sometimes you can hit them when they come on. That one's not gonna. Blinker's working. I call it the midship blinkers. Like I've said before in the past, see how the nuts and the studs are painted? They try to keep these pretty painted around here. They freshen them up every, I don't know, 6 months. If you see the paint chipping off the lug nuts or the stud, something's probably wrong right there. You want to pay attention to it. And both these are good. A lot of guys won't kick their tires because they use like a pole or whatever. Man, we got more than just one marker light out. Now, we may have a problem here. I think a lot of my lights are out here. I guess we better walk back and make sure I even have the parking lights on. Actually, I know I do. You can see that one's on. That's not normal. Check our plug. I can't reach that one. I'm gonna have to get up there and do it. Although those are wired to this. Oh, actually it came on. Usually the parking lights are all wired together, but apparently it was a loose connection. We do have that marker light now. Oh, so something I should say is, right now I've released the tractor brakes, and the trailer brakes are holding this from moving. The reason I did that is I can listen for air leaks, and the tractor has a lot of fittings on it, so obviously I don't hear any. That's just one of my little things I do. Of course, I probably don't do pre-trips like you're supposed to. Like I said, I don't do school. I look under here. See the leaf springs aren't cracked. The brake cans, you can see the cotter pins, everything is in there in the slack adjuster. Same on the rear, you can see the spring, slack adjuster. I don't know if you guys can see that cotter pin and the slack adjuster. Like I've said in my previous video, that's one of my big things I check. We got a parking light there now. We got parking lights on the rear. Looking better. Let's see if that plate light's working. It is, not real bright, but it's on. Oh, and on this side I parked in a puddle. Same thing though, white paint on the lug nuts and studs. They all look good. Kicking the tires anyways, I don't know if I got back to that. Don't kick the tires if you don't know what you're looking for. You should actually take a tire that's flat and kick it, and you'll be able to tell the difference. I mean, if you're just kicking tires and you're just kicking them for kicking them, I can tell you right now, sometimes there's not a tire that's got 100 pounds in it and a tire that's got 40 pounds in it are probably pretty much going to kick the same. It's the tone you're listening for. And this trailer, I mean, this truck is obviously, you see this frame is bent right here. What happened was somebody left the landing gear up a little too high when they pulled away, and the kingpin looks like it must have caught the frame and pulled it out. So anyways, the reason I jackknife this is, you can look under there. You probably can't see on this camera, but I can see that my kingpin is locked. You should always physically look at it. You can do the tug test if you want. If you feel safe with that, that's you. I don't. I'll look at it at nighttime. I have a flashlight. See that tire right there? That one actually sounds a little, I guess it's fine. If you feel safe with that, that's your prerogative. I don't, so. We'll get up to the motor now. A lot of people don't know what to look for. I'm looking right now, one of the biggest spots thing I'm looking for right now is wet spots, and I'm listening for air leaks. I hear no air leaks, and everything appears to be real dry. Actually, this engine's real dry. You look at the belt doesn't have any, it's nice and tight. It doesn't have any, like, what I call weather crack. You see, I don't know if you can see down here, these grooves in the belt. When these start to get older, they'll start dry rotting, and you'll see little tiny cracks and stuff in these grooves. And that's one thing to watch for. And hopefully you can see in here. Fans. Sometimes fans chip and the plastic snaps off. Always make sure your blades are full blades. I already checked my headlights. When I checked my oil, right now I just have the four-ways on and the blinkers, but I checked those before when I was checking the oil. There's a couple things I do before I start the truck. I always let the truck start and air up. But yeah, we're good with everything on the pre-trp. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to switch them. I'm going to pull out that brake, and I'm going to engage the trailer brake. Disengage the trailer brake and engage the tractor parking brake. Now I'm going to walk back there one more time, and I'm just going to listen for air leaks. For people that don't drive truck, it's actually not in there. It's a spring brake. It's a spring that locks the brakes on, and it takes air pressure to compress that spring to release the brakes, and that's what I'm actually listening for. If you don't have air pressure to compress that spring, your brakes are going to be on. And we're back here, and I don't hear anything. For other people that aren't real big into the trucking world and maybe are thinking about getting into it, this light right here, which is not marked, I know what it is. This is an ABS light. I have an indicator on my dash if my ABS is not working on my trailer. If you see this light on, it'll come on momentarily when you hit your brake if it's not working correctly, and if they're completely inactive, this light will come on and stay on. And you want to get that fixed, and the reason why is not only do I know what it is, but the state troopers and DOT, they know what it is. So if you're riding down the road, or if you get pulled into a weigh station and that light's on, you're probably most likely going to get pulled in and they're going to go over your brakes. And they're probably going to find other stuff wrong with it, which is not what you want to do. One other thing too, always check your trailer. Last guy actually hung all the straps up good in here. I'm pretty anal about that. I always hang my straps up, and I like my trailer pretty neat. But believe it or not, one of the biggest reasons I check my trailer is people sleep in these things. And I think the worst thing you could do is go to my facility where I'm getting loaded, pop the door, and there's people in there. And yes, it has happened. So that's one thing you always want to do, is check your trailer. For people that watch one of my last trucking videos, I'm going to bring it up again because I'm really, really happy with it. This company I work for, they have logbooks. They're actually in the process right now of switching to e-logs. I stopped making out my logbook, and what I did is I have an app that I use now, and it's Keep Trucking. It's an app, and where I work 2 jobs, I always have to keep track of my last 7 days of hours of service. And it's really hard to do in a logbook with 2 jobs. So what I did is I eliminated the logbook, and I just do the app on my phone now. I strongly advise people at least try it that do anything like I do, part-time or even full-time. If you have a dispatcher and you guys are a little bit older school of a trucking company, it's right on there. You can send this email, your log to him, and he'll get a thing to download Keep Trucking, and it's really, really simple. If you take this app and just play with it for like a half an hour, you'd be amazed at what it does. So I would definitely give it a shot, at least try it. And I know a lot of older truckers, technology, they're not really into it, but if you have a phone with you anyways, and it's a smartphone and you can keep it charged in your truck, you're good to go. It's so simple as if you get pulled over, you literally hit DOT inspection and the phone tells you to pass it to the officer. And he'll take your phone and he'll look at it, and it has all your hours of service, your trailer numbers, your truck numbers, everything. Everything's on there he needs to know. And they're all signed. You actually sign it, and every time you need to sign a log, you just hit sign log and it puts your signature there. Pre-trip, your vehicle inspection reports, all on there. It's all on the same app, and it's excellent. It's a really, really great app. Try it. Even if you don't want to, try it. I really strongly advise on it. But so yeah, that's mostly my pre-trip. That still was a quick pre-trip. There's still a lot of stuff I skipped. There was stuff I was looking at, but I wasn't saying. I was like, even right here, the clamps on my exhaust, the airbags on my cab, all these fittings. I mean, it's all stuff I look at, but I didn't actually say. These hangers, I mean, these springs break. These little right here, sometimes these rot off, where this chews through it and your hoses start dragging. But I know, I'll try to get more detailed with it. So yeah, I'm actually going to get in, and I still have paperwork I have to do for the trip and stuff, but I have eliminated my logbook. So I'm going to get in, I'm going to do my paperwork and stuff, and keep trucking up and do what I can.